John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to Motor Week 91. We're glad to have you with us. By now, everyone knows that the Japanese manufacturers are trying to capture a piece of the luxury car market. Nissan's luxury arm, Infiniti, sent its first sedan challenger, the Q45, to do battle with 5 Series BMWs and Mercedes-Benz 300 models. Now Infiniti is introducing its second four-door contender, this G20. It's here to do battle with the likes of some smaller established luxury makes and some of the existing sedans already sold by other Japanese makers. It will be in one of the most competitive market segments. But Nissan doesn't usually send a product into the marketplace that isn't prepared to do battle. Let's see how well the G20 is armed. The Infiniti G20 comes with a base price of $17,500. With the works, the total is $20,350. That puts the new entrant smack in the middle of the near-luxury sedan market. More impressive than price is the G20's list of standard equipment: anti-lock brakes, power windows and locks, cruise control, anti-theft system, 4-speaker stereo, and alloy wheels. Despite all that, the thing that impressed us about our G20 was its fit and finish. Paint quality was excellent, and there were no squeaks or rattles to be heard during our test. Our staff was divided on the G20 styling, though, which deserves a mention, even if not everyone found it pleasing. The car's relatively short hood is a trait of the newest trend called cabin-forward design. The engine and suspension are pushed far forward in the chassis to leave the passengers with more interior room, which is outstanding considering the car's short 100.4-inch wheelbase. The dash reminds us more of Nissan's Maxima than Infiniti's Q45. But plastic quality is good, and gauges are easy to see and read, though we'd like more of them. The seats have an upscale look. Our car had the optional leather upholstery, which cost $900. Adjustments are many, but manual, which is a bit surprising. The steering wheel is adjustable, but it doesn't contain a driver airbag. Instead, the automatic restraint requirement is met with motorized seatbelts, something that's bound to turn off many luxury car buyers. Buttons and switches are well laid out. Cruise control is activated from the steering wheel. The power mirrors adjust from the left side dash. Virtually everything is logically placed within easy reach. Controls for heat and air conditioning are straightforward, and the radio is mounted high and close to the driver. There's also an abundance of storage space. Optional equipment includes a glass sliding sunroof for $800. And an automatic transmission will cost you another $800. Our car came with the 5-speed manual, which we found precise but somewhat notchy in feel. In back, there's also plenty of room, more than in some cars with much larger exteriors. Rear seat comfort is surprisingly good for average-sized adults. The door-mounted remote trunk release is awkward to find, but the results of pushing the armrest button are impressive. The double-hinged deck moves high out of the way and leaves a large, low opening for loading cargo. Trunk space is excellent, measuring 14.1 cubic feet. But with the G20 space efficiency comes a price. This trim sedan was designed to accommodate a 4-cylinder engine only. There is no available V6. And the engine, while capable, is the same unit that powers the top Nissan Sentra model. But with double overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, and fuel injection, this all-aluminum engine is about as advanced as any 4-cylinder on the market. Displacing just 2 liters, it makes 140 horsepower. And that's enough to accelerate the G20 very respectably. Our test car needed only 8.2 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour. The quarter mile took 16.5 seconds and ended at 86 miles per hour. To its credit, the engine revs freely and makes only a moderate amount of 4-cylinder vibration at high RPM. Though we still wish for a V6, the Infiniti redeems itself with a noteworthy technical advance. It's the first front-drive car to use a multi-link front suspension. We won't go into the details of what that means, but take our word for it, it's neat stuff. The kind of engineering used on the Nissan 300ZX and Infiniti Q45. We found the G20 to be nimble and sports car-like. It responds to tight turns by trying to throw its back end through the turn first. In addition, the steering is quick, if perhaps too overboosted and light for this kind of driving. But what's surprising is that a sedan that behaves with such spirit on the track can deliver such a civilized highway ride, a testament, we think, to the multi-link front suspension. The G20's brakes are also impressive. ABS is standard, and there are discs at all four corners. With them, our car needed only 109 feet on average to stop from 60 miles per hour. Stops were straight, and the pedal had a firm, solid feel. The G20 is EPA rated at 24 city, 32 highway. We managed 27 miles per gallon in typical driving. In our safety check, the Infiniti passes with standard anti-lock brakes and rear shoulder belts, but it fails to have airbags, a serious omission for any car that competes in the luxury or near-luxury market. The Honda Accord SE doesn't have airbags either, but it does have as much or more room in most interior dimensions and as many standard features. It's about as quick as the G20 and has ABS, but it costs $1,000 less. BMW's 325i four-door cost about $5,000 more than the Infiniti. It's an older, less space-efficient design, but it offers a smooth six-cylinder engine, plenty of power, and an airbag for the driver. The G20 impressed us most with its high level of fit and finish and excellent ride quality. We also like its roomy interior and standard ABS brakes. But considering what the competition has to offer, the G20 is a bit pricey, and we think a car with a luxury class price should offer a six-cylinder engine. The G20 doesn't. The perceived value of the Infiniti G20 will be totally subjective. It looks expensive next to established Japanese sedans that have similar equipment, and it looks like a bargain next to some traditional European imports, if you can forgive the equipment it doesn't have and its humble Nissan origins. The G20 is a car truly in the middle, a place where it's often difficult to succeed. The G20's solid design deserves a better fate.